I recently heard about a woman named Chris who lived in a neighborhood in Seattle, and she encountered a homeless man through another homeless man she had met over the years. And she began to try to get to know him. His name was John. He was very, very resistant to opening up and sharing his life with her. But over time, as he realized she wasn't going anywhere, he began to trust her. Now, this John guy had substance abuse problems, both with alcohol and drugs. And so Chris would be very firm with the boundaries with him. He wasn't allowed to enter into her home ever. She would not give him a place to sleep. But she would help him and be there to talk with him, to make him feel that he wasn't alone in this world. Over the 13 years of relationship that they had, she would try to send him to rehab with his permission, and that wouldn't work out very long. He would backslide. He wanted to start over, start a new life down in New Mexico. That fell through when a friend of his died, and he came back and hit the streets in Seattle and was very much an addict on the streets. But she cared about him. She knew that underneath this drug addict surface that a lot of people wouldn't get past, he had a heart of gold. He just had a lot of issues from growing up. He was raised by parents who were drug addicts themselves. He was mentally, physically abused. He was abandoned, and he actually ended up on the streets by the age of 12. So his entire life, all he had known was disappointment in people and all the pain and suffering that comes with such issues. But Chris poured love into him over the years. Love as a friend, love as someone who could be there and be a trusted person in his life. Well, unfortunately, John decided he had had enough of this life, and he overdosed recently. And he was in the hospital. They recognized that he was not going to live. They called his family, and nobody would come. Nobody wanted to be there to say goodbye, nothing. But Chris came. Chris was there with him in his final moments as he drew his last breath. And even though she doesn't believe in God, she was there reading the Bible to him because he did believe in God. So she gave up herself to help and love this person who she just happened to meet. Now, we might ask ourselves if we have a friend like that in our lives. And I think it is safe to say, if you know Jesus, you have a friend like that who actually loves you more than Chris, because Chris would explain that she had some challenges with John over the years. When he was on a substance, he would send her terrible texts and leave her horrible voicemail messages. And it would breach their relationship for a while. They'd figure it out. But God knows that we are going to be dumb humans. We're going to rebel. We're going to fall from the path he has chosen for us. He still loves us. He still wants to be in relationship with us. He will never abandon us. He is there until the end. And if you don't know this friend that we have in Jesus Christ, who is not only a friend, but our Savior, I encourage you to reach out. I'd love to talk to you about that, because he is better than any friend we could have here on earth. Something to contemplate today. Blessings on you.